everybody, welcome to the channel. We got the International out this morning. We got the trailer hooked up. We're getting ready to go down to my buddy Aaron's place. Got some parts and stuff we need to get picked up. Some stuff for that little red truck behind us and for Todds inside. So could take the white truck, but I thought, might as well get the International out, make it earn its keep. It's not just ain't no trailer clean. I mean, yeah, it sits in a lot of booths and shows and stuff, but I still like to use it. So let's go get some parts this morning. So I had to pull off for a second. I've been eyeballing this truck for the last month or two. Hasn't moved. I don't know if it's for sale or not. Maybe worth asking about. But let me show you what I've been eyeballing. Oh man, look at that. International fuel truck. Man, I think we need that. What do you guys think? That thing is cool, it's old. I don't think they use it anymore. It's been sitting there. I don't know, let's get out and look at it. Oh my. What do you think? Should we go ask and see if it's for sale? I think so too. Well, they still use it, which is cool. They still do use it. They said it does not get used often. It does sit about 95% of the time. But they said if they have any real big shows where they have a lot of planes coming in and stuff, they will get it out, and that way they can take fuel directly to the planes. But most of the time they tow the planes over to fuel them, but it is still in use. So she said check back though in the future because it may be for sale eventually. So Aaron's problem, as you can see. You guys thought I was addicted to loadstars. No, he's got himself a little collection, and he's got all kinds of, you know, frames and stuff sitting out here. This place is a freaking gold mine to be building loadstar trucks. All the good stuff sitting around here. But this is the frame that we came after. I'll show it to you guys. It was a Southern truck, and the back half of this frame is extremely clean compared to what we have. As you can see, those pockets on ours that are nasty are very nice on this one. So I think what we may do is we could cut the frame off up here and actually utilize this whole back half of this. And then even a lot of these front parts still look pretty nice in this thing. We could use the engine mounts and even use some of the transmission cross member stuff. There's just all kinds of stuff we could use on this potentially. Loaded up. We got us a frame, got a radiator, got an intercooler, got a gooseneck plate, got some exhaust, got a, there's a hitch over there somewhere, there it is. But bringing more junk home, the wife will probably be happy about that. But I got to make the truck earn its keep. So plus it's fun to get out and drive it. But well, I got to go pay the man and get home. Left Aaron's place. We're heading back home. We got us a trailer load of good stuff, so I gotta go home and get that stuff unloaded, and it'll help us continue further on our projects this week. But look Aaron up. You guys got any parts for anything? First gen, or well, he didn't do first gen stuff. Second gen, third, fourth, and even fifth gen stuff. He's got parts, motors, trannies, body panels, interior stuff. Anything you guys need, hit him up and get you some good used parts. So let's get this caravan home and see what else we can get into today. Well, I shouldn't be able to drive around and look at stuff because I seen something else on my way here we're gonna pull in and look at real quick. I can't help it, guys. What is that over there? We're gonna have to go check it out. This old Kenworth sitting here. Man, that's cool. A little rough, but hey, we kind of like the stuff that way. Might have to remember where this is at. Maybe come back for that sometime later. We made it back home. Nothing fell off the trailer, so that's good. And back by popular demand, the Max Man. Say hello. Everybody missed you last video. Say I'm getting a little crazy now because I'm getting older. And because of that, yeah. So because of that, he won't stay with me in the shop as well. And I had this little cage. I don't know, it's over here somewhere. This one right here. And I thought it would be good and he would stay in it, and as it turns out he climbs up and comes out these holes. So you don't stay in it, do you? Hey. So we got both these frames sitting back to back here so you can kind of see a comparison of how bad this one was with, I mean, we've seen all this. I know I've showed it to you guys with all the holes and everything and all the rust and all the scaly stuff all over the back of this one. Now let's go to this frame. Man, it's like brand new. Not a bunch of that scaly stuff. Like, look at that connection on this one. This truck came from Texas, is what Aaron said, and it is just so clean. So I know somebody commented in this last video about back halfing it with my own tube, and for what I paid for this frame, like the whole frame, I couldn't even buy the tubing it would have cost to do that. So Todd and I agreed that we were just going to go this route since this frame's so nice. But we're going to end up cutting it somewhere in this area, and I'm going to end up trying to Z it because that'll help make it stronger. And so then we're going to end up cutting this one. It's going to be somewhere in here, something like that. And like I said, I'm going to Z it. I don't know, do like 4 to 6 inch steps in the Z to help strengthen that. And then I will probably end up boxing this whole inside as well over that where we Z'd it, like box it clear from, you know, this cross member all the way to the spring bracket or something. You know, I'm going to box that and make that connection super strong from the inside. And then the outside, because we're going to end up plating the outside of this like I did mine to give it that smooth look from where the frame's going to come up to here. So to fill that in, it's going to all be plated shut. So it'll have that plating and the box from the outside. It'll be nice and strong. I won't be worried about it at all. So really happy with our find today. And there you can just see the difference between the two. Even it's way nicer. But I'll probably keep this front half because all the suspension's real nice and good up front still. And I know it'll only be the front end, but man, if I could back half this with my own stuff for maybe the truck that we're getting for the wife, maybe I can use this on her truck. I don't know. But I'm definitely not scrapping it. I'm going to keep this around. It's going to be good to have for in the future for sure. Well, we're back at it out here in the shop today. It is ridiculous hot out. I think we still live in Ohio. It's not Florida, I don't think, but it's like 90 something. It's dumb. It needs to go away. So I'm ready for the mid to high 60s. That would be fine with me. It was actually rather cool in here, and then I opened the door and now it's hot in here. So we're gonna work on this frame today though. I'm gonna go on ahead and get this axle out from underneath this frame. Just pull the leaves out of it, off the spring perches off the frame, and roll it over here out of the way. And then we're gonna go out there to that frame and we're gonna do a lot of measuring and a lot of measuring again, and then another time. And then we're gonna come to this frame and do the same thing. And then we're going to pass the point of return and do some cutting. But we're gonna have that back half on that frame here in another day or so. That's the plan. So, well, let's get to taking some measurements and making some marks and tearing some stuff up and cutting some metal. And I don't know if he's helping or hurting. I think he's trying to help. At least that's what I'm gonna say. Are you helping, Max? Are you helping? Thank you. Well, we got the rear end out of it. The bolts didn't come out too bad. Had one that was stubborn, but most parts came out good. Everything's level. We got the frame sitting on jack stands up here because we're not going to cut the frame obviously any further than that. We're going to cut it somewhere in this area. But we're level front to back and we're level side to side. So I think it's happy where it's sitting. So I guess we just need to figure out how we want to cut this one. I think I am going to Z it just for more strength in it. And then I'll probably end up pulling this one off the trailer. And I don't know, I may put it in the other bay over there beside this truck. And that way I can make sure we mark this one exactly the same. I'll take the springs and stuff off of this one. And obviously the fuel tank out of it and stuff. And the drive shaft. And we'll start figuring out where we're going to cut this one out too. Just utilize some holes. I know that I did some checking and some of these holes that are in the frame are in the exact same spot. So we're going to figure out where to cut this. I may have to go ahead and blow these brackets off just so I can see better to get stuff marked out. But that's kind of the plan. I'd like to try to get this mocked up and hanging on there tonight, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Daylight's getting away, and I guess it's okay that it is because it's hot out here. So, well, let's get this dude marked up and cut some frames apart. got this frame cleaned up, ready to be marked out and cut. Not gonna probably do any more tonight. I had some friends stop by and sold some oil and stuff, so I didn't get a chance to get quite as far as I wanted to tonight, and it's been really hot today, which has kept me from being out here as much as I wanted to be as well. But both the frames are to the point where they're ready to mark them out and go on ahead and get them cut, get them swapped over. This one will go to the junkyard because we don't need that where we're going, and we're gonna put this nice new one on here. So that's the plan. We'll try to get all that tackled tomorrow and see what it looks like with the new back half on it. Here we are, another morning out here in the shop. Gonna try to get some stuff busted out before it gets too hot. It's supposed to be like 106 today or something stupid. So try to get some work done this morning until it gets really hot, and then maybe do some of my errands and running around while it's hot, and then come back out in the evening and work when it gets cooler again. So we're gonna start with marking out the frames, figure out where we want to cut each one, and make sure we get them cut the same so that I don't screw something up. So that's the plan. Okay. We're measuring off the spring perches forward on each frame to get our spot to know where to cut. So that's what I've been doing on both the frames. So I think that'll work out fine. It's a point that is on both trucks that is central. I was over there thinking it's gonna be really hard to duplicate that 4 times on that frame, so with just freehanding it. So over here with my cardboard on my table, and we're gonna make a template and just move the template between all 4 pieces of frame rail, and then they should all be the same in theory, right? So let's make a template and use that instead of trying to freehand this and mess it up even more. We've been through and we've triple checked and quadruple checked everything. There's our marks for our Z in our frame. I think it'll work out well. I've also done the same thing to this frame. Looked at it about 20,000 times and kept measuring more stuff, and I think we have it. So now it's gonna come the hard part, and well, not really hard, it's actually the easiest part of cutting it, but if I did my math wrong or if I did something wrong, I'll be in trouble. But I guess that's part of fabricating sometimes. So I guess if you screw it up, you'll figure out how to fix it. But pretty sure I got this right. So I think I'm gonna use the plasma cutter. I haven't really decided yet exactly, because I want it to be the cleanest cuts I can so that everything will go back together easier. So maybe I'll use the cutoff wheel on my 6-inch grinder. Maybe I'll do that. It'll be a cleaner cut. So well, ain't no going back now. It's done been cut. What's everybody think about a little stubby truck? It would definitely be short, that's for sure. Yeah, we're missing something back here. Well, yeah, there is definitely no going back. So I guess we better get to cutting this one off and make it look like a truck again. we got everything cleaned up on both sides. Everything's ground down, and we got clean metal to weld everything back to, inside and out. So let's try to slide these two pieces together and see how they fit. Get everything leveled back up and see if we can put a truck back together. After a lot of more measuring and a lot more leveling and a lot more cutting and fitting, we have a piece tacked back together on both sides. Got a little gap in between so we can make sure this dude's penetrated in good, but everything's level, so that's good. Level there, or level here, or level up here. So that's exactly what we were after. And the sides are even level where they're sitting. There you can see it. It's perfect, right where it should be. So I think we got a pretty good piece on there, I'm hoping. Never done a Z-notch in a whole back half of frame before, but seems to be okay. I don't know. Everything looks straight. What do you guys think? And down the frame rails, I think everything looks fine. So we'll come back after lunch and get these burnt in, and then I'm going to actually get pieces bent kind of like I did for up here, and we're going to close in this inside from here to here to plate this inside good. And then when we do the plates from where we're leveling the top, they're going to come down the side and they'll be burning there as well. So this thing ought to be plenty strong once we get it all back together. There we are. We got both sides burned in good, inside and outside on both sides. So it's off the jack stands, and it's hanging there on its own. Seems to be pretty good and solid. I measured everything corner to corner and level and everything looks good. So I'm gonna say we got it. So happy with that. I am gonna be plating in the insides of these just so they're boxed in to help strengthen all that area better on both sides. And then, like I said, the plate that's going to be on the outside when we level the frame is going to plate down there as well. So it'll be good and strong, that's for darn sure. But I'm going to try to roll that axle back over here and get it back under it as well, and see how everything looks. I was getting ready to roll this axle over there, and then I seen these sitting here and remembered, wait a second, we got drop shackles I got to put on here first, because we wanted to lower the back end of the truck some. So I better do that first. So I need to change those out. And then I forgot that they also sent these brackets here that actually move the location of the front of the springs higher, which also helps to lower the truck as well. So I guess I gotta torch off all these rivets and put these on first. So I guess we'll do that before we roll the axle into here.
So we got a slight problem, something I just realized. Yeah, so see that hole right there? That's where the bolt goes through. You go through the spring, but since we moved it up, guess what? There's no hole there anymore. So I can do it two ways. I can either blow a hole through it, or what I think I'm gonna do is just unbolt these brackets, go on ahead and put the bolt through, and then bolt the brackets back on. That way I'm not cutting another hole in the frame. Well, we're gonna have a little bit of a transition. Yeah, sorry I forgot to finish that last bit of that video. That was my bad. I think the wife came home and started talking to her and playing with the dog and stuff, and we started getting stuff ready for camping, and I forgot. So I did get spring brackets and stuff done like you've seen, and those things are finished up. We will be back on it next week once we get back from camping, but I hope everybody has a good Labor Day weekend. Enjoy that time with your family. That's also going to do it for this video. Appreciate you guys watching. God bless. We'll see you on the next one.